Hello folks, my name is Jen. I'm from Golden State Times. Welcome back to the newsroom, and today I have a very interesting story. This comes courtesy of the New York Post, and it says, Tic Tac shaped UFO harasses U.S. warships off California coast. You heard it right, folks. Now, I want to make a disclaimer here. We're not talking about some conspiracy theories regarding UFOs. We're not talking about some tinfoil hat guys talking about UFOs. No, we're talking about U.S. government agencies talking about UFOs. You heard it right. The Pentagon and the U.S. military talking about UFOs. So let's get right into it. And it says, Tic Tac shaped UFO harassed U.S. warships off California, according to reports. This comes courtesy of the New York Post. And it says, mysterious flying objects repeatedly harassed 3 U.S. warships off the coast of California in 2019. At one point, matching the speed and bearing of one of the destroyers for 90 minutes, according to newly released details from the ship's logs. So, again, we're not talking about some tinfoil hat or some crazy conspiracy theorists talking about UFOs. No, we're talking about government agencies and U.S. military talking about and releasing information regarding these mysterious flying objects harassing 3 U.S. warships off the coast of California back in 2019. Now, this is a brand new report. As you guys can see, March 24th, 2021. This is not new. This is recent today. And it goes on to say that the unidentified craft described in the logs as unmanned aerial vehicles buzzed 3 destroyers for several days, according to records obtained by reporters through the U.S. Freedom of Information Act. It goes on to say that as many as 6 of the Tic Tac shaped drones swarmed around the USS Kidd, USS Rafael Perella, and the USS John Finn over several days in July of 2019, at times performing brazen maneuvers, according to the reports. Kidd reported UAV overhead on one of his ship log entries of July 14th, 2019, and it reads, white lights identified hovering over ship's flight deck. The other entry says 2 UAVs spotted off the starboard wing, according to Rafael Peralta's log, and it reads the following: 4 UAVs spotted off the starboard's bridge. The Navy vessels, which are equipped with sensors, radar, thermal imaging, and electro-optical systems, were nonetheless unable to track the drones when they disappeared. On July the 15th, 2019, the ships contacted the cruise ship Carnival Imagination, which was sailing nearby, to determine if the crafts were from over there. So they were trying to figure out if these drones were coming from other ships, or where these what they're calling them as drones were coming from. But in reality, they were UFOs, unidentified flying objects. It says the crew of the cruise ship said that not only were the drones not theirs, but could see 5 or 6 of them flying around the Navy destroyers. That is some crazy stuff. The sightings took place while the warships were engaged in military exercises about 100 miles off the coast of Los Angeles, well beyond the range of commercial drones. 100 miles off the coast of LA. Now, the incident prompted the investigation by the Navy, the Coast Guard, and the FBI, among other agencies. It says details of the mysterious incident were first reported on Twitter last year, according to Forbes. Now, we do have another report here. This one comes courtesy of WIVB4, And it says, difficult to explain. Pentagon releases report detailing UFO sightings. You heard it right, folks. And this one says a report that could be released as early as June could detail difficult to explain UFO sightings, a top Pentagon official says. During a Friday interview with Fox News, John Ratcliffe, the top intelligence official under former President Trump, explained that the forthcoming report will outline, quote, a lot more sightings that have been made public. A lot more sightings that have been made public. Some of those have been declassified, according to Ratcliffe during the interview. In April of 2020, the Pentagon officially released 3 short videos showing unidentified aerial phenomena. This came months after the U.S. Navy acknowledged that those videos appearing to show UFOs flying through the air are legitimate. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this. When those videos first came out, they were actually leaked. Those videos were actually leaked. They were not released by the Navy. They were not released by the Pentagon. They were actually leaked. And then the Navy had to come out and say, hey, you know what? These are not some conspiracy theorist created videos. These are actually legitimate videos, and we do not know what these aircrafts are, what these UFOs are. And they said, quote, we're talking about 3 sightings. We're talking about objects that have been seen by Navy or Air Force pilots that have been picked up by satellite imagery that frankly engage in actions that are difficult to explain, movements that are hard to replicate, that we do not have the technology for, or traveling at speeds that that exceeds the sound barrier without a sonic boom. Ratcliffe says that they wanted to declassify the report during his time, but they were unable to get all of the information ready. So he goes on to say, we are always on the look for an explanation regarding the sightings. Weather can cause disturbances, visual disturbances. Sometimes we wonder whether or not our adversaries have technologies that are a bit further down the road than what we thought or that we have realized. But these are instances where we do not have a good explanation for some of the things that we have seen. Now, here at Golden State Times, there's absolutely no opinion, but we do want to know your opinion. Do you believe in UFOs? I know it's a funny thing to think about. I know it's something that has been masked in, oh, it's just conspiracy theories. Oh, it's just a bunch of BS. How can these things exist? That's how we've seen it for decades. But now that government agencies are coming out and saying, hey, we saw things that we cannot explain. We saw vehicles, UFOs, unmanned, quote unquote, drones that we cannot explain. Now, has your thoughts changed from it being a conspiracy theory to something really out there? Has your thoughts about this changed? Were you a skeptic but now a believer in UFOs? Let me know in the comments section below. And once this information comes out, how they said, I think they said in June, explain for coming out line, June. Yes, so in June. Once this information comes out in June, what do you think of the impact of this is going to be? All of those videos that you've seen on YouTube, all of the people that have said that they have seen things in the sky, would it be more believable now than before? Has your mind changed regarding UFOs? Do you believe in them now when you didn't believe in them before? I want to know your comments, suggestions, opinions, everything. Just put it in the comment section below. I'll be looking through them, and let's see what people have to say. Thank you so much for joining us here at Golden State Times. I just thought that you guys wanted to see this, not only because the Navy has come out, the Pentagon has come out, the U.S. military has come out, but we're going to get more information in June. Let us know in the comment section below if you guys like this report. Slap a like on it, and make sure that you subscribe and you click that bell. And also make sure you follow us on Twitter and you like us on Facebook. And thank you so much for joining us here at the newsroom, and we'll see you very soon. Peace.